Okay, so navigating the crypto space, figuring out what's real and what's just noise and stuff.
Yeah, it really is. Cutting through it all is the challenge.
So today we're doing a deep dive on the ENSO token. We've got this video review we're looking at, trying to get under the hood.
Sounds good. Let's unpack what Enso's actually claiming to do.
Right. Their main thing seems to be speed and simplicity for developers. They call it blockchain shortcuts.
Blockchain shortcuts. Okay.
Yeah. The idea is to help people launch complex protocols on-chain, but like really fast.
And how do they do that? The review mentioned something about the tech.
Exactly. It maps the on-chain interactions to these things called shared engines.
Ah, shared engines. So developers are kind of reusing existing infrastructure, not building everything custom.
That's the idea, yeah. High-performance stuff that's already there.
And what's interesting, the source framed it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it called Enso a no-money blockchain, which definitely grabs your attention.
A no-money blockchain. Okay, that sounds potentially misleading. Does it mean zero fees?
Not quite zero, apparently. The source clarified it's more that the protocol hides the complexity, and it sort of subsidizes the usual high costs you see on layer ones.
How? Through the efficiency of those shared engines.
That seems to be the claim. It's just a really different economic setup for anyone building on it.
Okay, interesting. So beyond the economics, what about the actual functions? The review went into that, right?
It did. They talked about this action abstract
Yeah,
feature.
action abstract.
Yeah, combined with simple compounds, it apparently lets you do pretty complex smart contract stuff without deploying huge bespoke contracts every time.
So less boilerplate code, more like composing things from existing blocks.
It's kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Using secure logic that's already there. And it's not just theory. They have a cross-chain widget out already.
And it's listed.
Yep, listed on Uniswap. So there's some existing utility there.
Okay, that context helps. What about the market side? Metrics, reach.
Well, that existing utility ties into the market metrics. The token price is hovering around $2.60.
260. And the supply?
Total supply is 100 million tokens, with a max cap set at 127 million.
So that pricing, given the supply, suggests the market's putting some weight behind this utility model, especially that no-money angle.
It seems like it, yeah. The implied market cap isn't trivial, and the listings are broad, which is pretty significant.
Where is it listed?
We're talking Binance, Bybit, KuCoin, BitGit, Uniswap, obviously, Binance Alpha. Pretty wide access.
Wow, okay. That's serious reach. It definitely signals traction.
Yeah, it does.
What about the community? Sometimes that tells you a lot about conviction.
Right. The sentiment, according to the review, is quite high. Something like 85% bullish compared to 15% bearish.
And is that just hype? Or
The reviewer suggested it's more than just hype. Said the community shares good insight, engaging charts. Seems like an informed base that's actually into the protocol's details.
an active, informed community? That's usually a good sign.
And that kind of commitment seems reflected in the holder stats, too. The source mentioned the average holder has almost 10,000 tokens.
10,000 per holder. Wow, that's a substantial average holding. Suggests some real belief there.
Definitely indicates individual investment and maybe some long-term faith. So putting it all together, the reviewer landed on a score of 7 on-chain. Pretty respectable.
7, okay.
But, and this is important, the reviewer really stressed this point, metrics, community, scores.
Yeah,
They're just guides. They
Right.
aren't guarantees.
right. Always do your own research. DYR.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially before investing based on any single score or review, you really need to dig into the protocol's sustainability yourself.
Makes sense. So wrapping this up, what's the key takeaway for you, the listener?
Well,
It seems Enso is offering this interesting mix. You've got the tech promising speed and efficiency through that shared architecture,
right, streamlining the building process.
backed by really quite broad exchange listings, which is notable, and what seems like a genuinely engaged community. It definitely has momentum.
For sure. And maybe a final provocative thought for you to mull over. If this system really does abstract and subsidize deployment costs, like they claim, how stable is it long term? How much does it depend on those shared engines running smoothly and efficiently forever?
Good question. Potential dependencies there.
Exactly. What hidden factors or maybe points of centralization might be lurking in that shared architecture? That's what you need to investigate to really validate that decentralized low-cost promise they're making.